This is Passengers United.
Okay, good evening everyone. Since we all know this very special meeting, it's an important meeting, and before officially we go to the agenda or start the program, I think our secretary have to do the roll call to make sure the quorum is correct.
Yes. Dawn Falco?
She's excused.
Excuse. Patrick Gallagher? Here. Jacqueline? Here. Joel?
Hello.
Daniel?
Abby Victory,
Abby Victory?
present.
Present, thank you. Myself, Anne Marie Reardon, Dr. Kulati,
Present?
George,
I'm here.
Richard?
Richard.
Yeah, here.
Okay, we got everyone,
A
except for
secretary.
Dawn.
Thank you very much.
One
So
member
we have the
absent.
quorum, and we're going to, thank you very much for everyone to be here. And the first thing first, by our rules, I was advised by our council as well as one of our very distinguished members, Joe Bush, that we must re-elect or select, or whatever you guys want to call it, to the officers. Yes, Councilman, is that okay?
Yes.
That's correct?
That's correct.
So, I'd like to have the nomination of the chair of this committee. Somebody have to make the motion?
Richard,
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to nominate Bobby Khalid, as head. Am I doing it right?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
doing right. That's why George going to do it with you.
So, this time we'd like to nominate Dr. Kulati for chairman.
Second,
Cool. Thank you. If there's any other nomination, if it's none, then we already have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstention, unanimous. Thank you. I personally like to nominate to continue her good work as a team and dedicated, our secretary,
thank you.
Marianne Richardson.
I second.
Oh, let's say Richardson.
You did say Richardson, it's Reardon.
Richardson. I just want to make sure you guys paying attention, that's all.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All, no, before, hold on. Is there any other nomination? If it is none, then all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstention, I have it, thank you very much.
And we have to do Daniel.
Go
Vice
ahead.
Chair. I would like to nominate Daniel Alter as Vice Chair.
I second. Is there another nomination for the vice chair? If it's none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstention, I have it, thank you. And we're gonna have a little bit, that I felt and I shared with the county and I shared with our council and other members. We're gonna add in another vice chair. And that's going to be, I wanna nominate, and whatever the power and authority I have given to me by the rules, I'm gonna add Joel Bush to be the second vice chair of this committee. Do I have a second?
Second that.
Or is there any other nomination for that? If none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstention, I have it, congratulations to everyone. Let's continue the good work, show our support and strength for our president of the NICE, that how we work as a team, we are here. So, it's all yours, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, I appreciate everybody being here today. Thank you very much. We have, members of our leadership team here, also directors. We have, Mario from the county here, who's, overseeing us and guiding us through every day. So we appreciate everybody's support and continued support throughout the year. So today we're going to talk about a few different very important things. At the end of the presentation, we can take some questions from the board or how Mr. Chairman wants to take care of it. But we're going to look at the operating budget. We're going to talk about the capital plan. I'm going to present the Q4 2025 scorecard. We're a little off sync there. We'll get back on sync later. Yes, sir.
I just want to make sure the board can ask question after he finish, and you can make a note the question you want to ask. We will ask the question on when the president finish the presenting everything. And we will, on the end, will have public to speak and they can ask question as well. Please continue.
Thank you. We'll talk a little bit about the service updates for this year and some updates on service for the last quarter. And then I will answer any questions the board has and then ask for some approvals so that we can move forward with service for this year. So we're going to start with the 2026 operating budget. We break it down for you in a couple of different ways. This is the best way to look at it, really, is the operating budget service hours against last year. So we understand where we are. This kind of previews the rest of the rest of the operating budget by basically telling you that through the hard work of a lot of different people, our local legislators, our state legislators, the governor, our county executive, we were able to keep service relatively stable. So what you see here at the very top is our projected paratransit service hours. You see a slight increase in service hours there. That somewhat mirrors the last quarter's demand, because it is an on-demand service. We cannot deny service. If service grows there, we have to provide it. So we try to bake it into the numbers, but sometimes, like last year, we had an expansive growth of paratransit, a lot of demand, so we have to continually look at those numbers and sometimes flip around numbers a little bit between fixed route and paratransit. So as you see, paratransit shows a slight increase in hours for the year as a projection. Fixed route shows a slight decrease, but it's a little bit offsetting. It's really even. There are some inefficiencies we found in the service based on some ridership trends. So we've just kind of reallocated the dollars a little bit, but actually the service hours, you really won't see much change in fixed route at all. Actually, in some cases, as we get there, you're going to see an increase in actual fixed route service, and we'll get there in a minute. So here's how the operating budget basically rolls out for this year. New York State Operating Assistance, STOA, $130 million from the state this year. Very happy with that number. Again, we have a lot of support in Albany. Nassau County required STOA match. The match to get that 130 is required is a $2.5 million contribution. The next two lines are basically federal funds. So you see 13 million, about almost $14 million combined there. Passenger revenue, strong passenger revenue number for a suburban system, almost $32 million this year we'll collect from fares. That's a high percentage for our total. We're very proud of that. That basically tells you, number one, the service is being used, which is great. Number two, we're efficient in the way we put our service out. And then non-user revenue, $800,000. That's basically the advertising that you see on the side of the buses. That's about what we collect every year. Breaks down to $179,400,000. It allows us, like I said, to keep service stable without any service reductions. The way we bill the county is two different ways. We bill them on a monthly fixed rate, and then on top of that, a per hour rate. The monthly fixed rate allows us to take care of the assets. Remember, all the assets are the county's assets. The buildings, the computers, the furniture, everything in the maintenance shop, all the buses, the rolling stock, all that is county assets. We just maintain it on behalf of the county. So this year there's a slight increase, and you'll see that slight increase kind of come across. Again, we are all living in Nassau County, but we're all subject to everything that goes on out there with fuel prices and insurance costs. Everything's gone up quite a bit. We've tried to tap it down where we can, and you're going to see that in a minute when we go to the detail. The monthly fixed rate goes up a little bit, about $200,000 a month, not quite. The variable rate on both fixed and paratransit, that's the hourly rate, basically what we call it. In 2005, in the fixed route, it was 107. It's going up to 112, and that accounts for also wage increases on the unionized labor, which we're currently negotiating union work right now. And then on the paratransit side, it goes up slightly to $66 an hour from 64. So if we look at it on a detail level, and I'm going to put my glasses on so I can look at it here. You can see operator wages climb about 5.8%. Some of that is overtime, but regular fixed rate on regular straight work will probably be up 2.5% to 3%. Maintenance wages are down slightly. Why is that? It's because we have mostly a new fleet. And you'll see in the capital program, we have another 50 new vehicles coming in. When you have a newer fleet, you don't need as much labor on the maintenance side, especially on overtime. So no one's getting cut, it's just really the overtime area. Other wages show about a 2.8% increase, pretty traditional. Fringe benefits show 1.9%. Services show a 7% increase. And what are services? Services are really most of our software services. So software as a service, all the technology that we have on the buses or that we run here. Technology is really, we haven't added any technology, but the cost of software as a service has really increased this last couple of years, and we're really feeling it this year. So we're in the process of assessing all that software and deciding how to move forward, because we can't sustain a 7.4% increase every year. It's not sustainable. So we'll look through that. Fuel and lubricants, we all understand what's going on there. It's up about 5%. Parts and repairs, again, we have a newer fleet, so we see a savings there of about 9%. Other material supplies, etc., we show a 19% decrease there. That is, I'm going to ask one question of one of the folks out of my audience here, because I blanked out on why that has gone down. Jawad is our controller, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman.
As long as he can come right next to you.
Yeah, Jawad, can you step up and just answer actually my question, or just fill in the blank on why materials and supplies have reduced by so much?
Yes, hi the committee, my name is Jawad Ansari, I'm the controller for Nice Bus. Materials and supplies is along the same lines. We have reduced some of our COVID cleaning for the buses that we used to do during the COVID time. We feel that we are cleaning the buses at Hempstead Terminal and other places anyway, so this is redundant where we can save certain money. And also we have certain out of shop supplies and some of the in-store shop supplies, because of the new buses, that's reduced as well. One of the things I want to note where services is increase of 7.4, that also does account for our Omni fee edition, which we have this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Jawad. Marketing, legal, and other fees, we've seen a little bit of a savings there as we offload and take on some duties ourselves instead of using outside resources. Utilities, unfortunately, as everybody understands here, have gone up a little bit, 2.7%. Casualty and liability, probably our largest one-time increase of about 14%. That's a lagging indicator. Safety has been a challenge, but we have had year over year improvements in safety, but the cost of every claim has increased. So that's nothing new to any municipality or anybody running any kind of business to understand that. Depreciation is what it is. Corporate overhead is a percentage of our total revenue, and helps us get software and some other things done, some other processes. Our margin, again, is a percentage of our total. So that's how it breaks down overall. You see some increases, some decreases, but in general, we've tried to be good stewards of county funds, and again, deliver a pretty good value for what we do. I'm going to move on to the capital plan very quickly. With the county's help, especially Mario, we've been able to really keep up with the capital upkeep on things like building maintenance and things like that. We are going to deliver, we are going to procure 50 40-foot CNG buses that will be delivered in 2028, just in time for some other buses to retire. Rockwell Center Depot rebuild. So that's a building that's been mothballed. Actually, it hasn't been mothballed. It's been used for other transit services for quite a few years. We stopped using it as a dispatch depot in 2016. The county would like to refurbish the building and again make it usable for our needs as we grow in the future. So that's again all federal funds. The interior of Hempstead Transit Rosa Parks Phase 2, we did the restrooms a few years ago, and guess what? It's time to do them again. The restrooms, break rooms, mechanical rooms, that will all be done. The building site at Oak and Commercial, right here on the corner, building will be taken down. It's an old water treatment plant that it's been decommissioned for a couple of decades now. That'll be taken down, and we'll be using it as a staging area for non-revenue vehicles and some other vehicles also, that we can get out of the garage and get out on the street a lot quicker. This building, again, some restroom upgrades and some other common area upgrades. The fare box replacement system, long overdue. That will accompany the Omni system, so that's going to be part of what we do next year or this year. And then the methane detection system needs replacement. That helps us stay safe in this garage. And the bus lifts, those obviously hitch all the buses up so that we can get underneath them and work on them safely. That's the highlights. Here's everything else, the next 2 pages in detail. There's some smaller shuttle buses in there. There's some preventative maintenance issues in there. There's a lot of odds and ends that aren't very exciting, but it's part of running an operation of this size that we need to get done. There are new paratransit vehicles, again, included in the purchase. So let's move on to the scorecard from 2025, the end of 2025, our last scorecard there. On-time performance for fixed route for that quarter, we came up a little short, about 90%. I think it was 89.51. I'd like it to be over 90. We still earned an incentive there, but again, with the weather the way it is, we're going to talk about that in a second. Missed pullouts were almost nothing, less than 1%. Accidents ticked up a little bit for the quarter, but still within our goal and our range, so there's no benefit or charge on that. On the paratransit side, the call answer ratio dipped a bit, but still within reason. On-time performance ticked up a little bit, and you'll see where that comes into play in a second. Missed pullouts, again, were negligible. That doesn't mean any service was missed. It just means that the bus didn't get out within the 5-minute window that we usually give it.
Everything is okay.
Accidents were well within range, so we did pretty well there. And productivity dropped. So again, I think we've talked about this before. Productivity and on-time performance are something that you kind of have to balance, right? So if you want a high on-time performance, you lower productivity. If you want a higher productivity, you have to lower on-time performance. So it's finding that right balance where you don't agitate too many clients, but we stay within reason. So service updates for 2026. I talked a little bit about this. You saw that we were basically leaving service flat, but there are some improvements.
Please come to the call. And after he comes in, leave the door open, please. Thank you. Absolutely.
There are some service improvements that we're looking at doing. Some of them are efficiency, and some of them are just strict improvements based on demand. 1919X trips, we're going to add a few trips, especially in the AM. You'll see that rolling out. We're rolling out more and trying more express service. Doesn't make everybody happy, makes some people happy. Some customers, clients get angry when a bus passes them by and they don't think, it's an express bus. It doesn't stop there. It takes a long time before we can really educate everybody on that, but we'll get it through there. Our real goal this year is really to speed up service. We are at about 92, almost 93% on-time performance now on fixed route. How do you add more value to riders? And the way you add more value to riders is give them time back. Instead of being on the bus for an hour, can we get them on the bus to their destination in 50 minutes or 55 minutes? It gives them back 10 more minutes a day. So that's what we're trying to do on some of these things. You'll see that on the X's, and on the 25, you'll see us rebalancing stops. What does that mean? In a lot of cases, we have stops literally every block, and it's not efficient for a bus to stop on every block. We need to rebalance or group these stops so that the bus can move along in a much more expedient manner. So that's what's happening on the 25, on the 26. On the other side, on the 27, we're adding stops in both directions because we see some need for that. 40X pilot extension to Baldwin with stops added at Atlantic Avenue and the Peak. The 43X pilot express from Westbury to Nassau Community College all the way to Freeport just during the peak. Elmont Flexi, there's a new schedule there. We hope to improve some on-time performance issues that we're trying to solve there. Port Washington Shuttle, again, trying to improve some on-time performance and improve efficiency. And then everybody's favorite, Jones Beach, will be back this year again. We had a great year with Jones Beach last year, even though the weather wasn't fantastic. We did have a large amount of riders taking the service, so it's back again this year. I want to cover really quickly our weather response. We've had 2 awful days. We had one in January and then we had another one in February, and those took a long time for us to rebound from. Now, what does that mean? So on the 25th, we had more than 14 inches of snow in this area. Though we did not cancel service preemptively, we put service out. And we ran service until we could not run service anymore, which was about 2 o'clock. The plows weren't keeping up with the roads. We had to suspend service. So service was suspended as of 2, but partial service restoration started later that day. So Jason and his team in operations, our chief transportation officer, has a very disciplined way of bringing service in and putting service out, and really did a great job through that. But by Monday at 5:30 p.m., we were fully back with service on the road. Same thing happened in February. So the one thing, I think both days were on a weekend. They did affect the weekday Monday, but the impact on riders still was great, but not as great as it would be during a weekday. Same thing. Wow, what a February storm. In the middle of that too, in February, both in the AM and the PM, we had 2 calls from Office of Emergency Management to ask for buses to help keep people warm and or evac people out of an area. We had a hotel fire or an apartment fire, and then a hotel water break in Melville. Two different issues, and we were able to respond to that, so to help the community out. And then the February 23rd, again, sort of suspension, continue to keep going on this kind of, then we had 18 inches of snow and a lot of high wind. But we fully restored service by Tuesday at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. So we were on it pretty well. I do want to call out Erica. She managed a team, multiple teams. She cleared 3,000 bus stops of snow in between those two, not her herself, but her teams. She has really big arms. Her teams cleared 3,000 stops. I don't think we really got any serious criticism about having stops snowed in. If we heard from someone, we literally had that stop cleared that same day. So she was great about managing all that. That was a difficult time. So just to remind everybody, during snow emergencies, our priorities are the facility or facilities first. And then we hit most active locations and transit centers and areas that serve riders with a disability, and then shelters and other locations. We do them in that order. So just to keep everybody clear on that. We do have a hotline too that if a customer calls or anyone calls, we'll get right on it. So before I get to this, I do want to call out one of our members tonight, one of our staff members, Todd Cheever. Todd Cheever, our director of safety and training. He is retiring. Todd joined us 2015? 2016, and has really helped us achieve our safety goals. Really set standards, SOPs. He's done a great job making sure that we are covering all the mandated FTA, DOT, PTSB, all those things at the same time. So Todd's last day will be with us for the next 10 days or so, Todd?
Next Friday.
Was it?
Third, next Friday.
So we want to congratulate Todd and thank him for his service. So thank you.
At this stage, if you can sit down for a minute, if you don't mind.
Certainly.
Behalf of our committee, behalf of the county, behalf of the public, as a committee, we'd like to say thank you for your service, providing all the people.
Thank you very much.
I also want, because the last comment before all our members do, when they said Erica and Mr. President talk about the snow. I think it's important public to know. They went out of their way to take a quick action, how safely they can transport all our guests from one place to the others, even there was difficulties. And I think on your request, Mr. President, county immediately also made a response to plowing the snow, specifically when come to the transit. And I want to applaud the county as well, working together with the leadership here, and the county immediately responded, and they have the same interest. The president or the team of the bus have it to provide the service to our public. And I want to applaud you taking that quick action, going out of your way to making sure. They told me that how many personal calls you made and to make sure public is very safe, and greatly appreciate you as well as Erica. And you please make sure you gave all the credit to the county as well. And we notice, I want you to know. This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to let each member, if they have any question, they can have 2 questions. If other member already asked that question, please don't repeat, ask different question. That's number one. Number two, if some answer cannot be given, we make sure they provide it to you. There's one thing that members brought to my attention, Mr. Kujus,
Yes, sir.
and it's important to me as well. Agenda, even though it's emailed, I want every member receive them as a physical copy in at least 5 days in advance. And since this is only for you, it's not a public, please make sure you keep it as a confidential till it's a public. Because this is for your knowledge, because you're the one who's voting for it, and you must know what you're voting for. Myself and some member couldn't get the email to be reading, or sometimes email have problems. So if you be kind enough to direct that this should be given at least 3 to 5 days in advance to all the members. It was important to me, it was important to the members. So we're going to start on this side. Again, Jacqueline, good to see you. Welcome. You have any question for the president? He'd be happy to answer it. If something he cannot answer, we understand.
I don't have any questions at this time.
That's good. Mr. Jolbers.
Forgive me, I have 3 things.
Okay, you can have 3,
Number one,
but you can do one by one.
with the capital plan, has there been arrangements made with the new rollout of Omni that we have direct sales in Hempstead Transit Center or any of the other places so that the riders don't have to go to outside businesses like was in the original plan? I myself experienced going into the city by train and then taking the Omni card they sent me on the disabled card, plus the one that you furnished here to get them taken care of, and it was an adventure with the people in the city booth, believe it or not. I couldn't understand how they were having so much trouble with it, but we need people that can be face to face and not somebody who's outside the system.
Okay, so I'll answer that as honestly as I can. Omni is not our product. We use Omni like a licensee. The MTA has no obligation to serve this area, but we can't serve on behalf of Omni. So I can't put out a group of people who speak for the Omni card, unfortunately. Our retailer at Hempstead Transit Center, Rosa Parks, does sell the card. They have been having a hard time keeping up with demand, so we're working with them to increase their credit limit to be able to buy more cards, to be able to hand them out. There are a lot of retailers around that sell the card, but we currently don't have any plans to put Omni machines anywhere in the county. They're much too expensive and they're not reliable. And what we found is the frustration level of a machine that's broken is worse than having a machine. So I know it's not the right answer, it's just the honest answer.
Well, appreciating the honesty is, you know, if there was a way, maybe some kind of an agreement could be made reciprocally that the MTA can do something to satisfy the riding public, especially since I'm certain that there's a good percentage of our people that use it, that it's worth them taking care of them instead of them going through the nonsense they have to when they go into the city to first physically do it and have problems.
I understand.
So that's just, and I've heard that from some riders. Having experienced it myself, I feel like I can understand their burden, so.
Sure.
All right, number 2, are there any service updates planned for the area by Sunrise Mall as it grows and comes back to life?
Yeah, we continue to work with the mall and our planning department. It's tough to say when. things will be at peak to be able to then go ahead and offer more service in the area. But yes, Ms. Burst, we're continuing to work with the mall, both that mall and Roosevelt Field actually, on some different projects to increase service or provide service. Yeah.
Okay, and the last thing was, I applaud the weather response that you've had here. Quite honestly, I was watching very closely, as you know, around the Hicksville Station area with all the buses that go there and the stops, and including the constructions to make sure that the construction sites did not interfere with having all that snow because of the problems of moving snow on Newbridge Road. But I question when you were asked to send buses to a hotel in Melville, did Suffolk County give us any kind of assistance, reimbursement, or anything for something, even though we service that area on the fringe, that is a problem in their county? And shouldn't they really help us out when we're doing something like that?
I'm not gonna speak to that. When we get called,
No,
I understand that.
But is there-
I understand the question, Mr. Burst. When we get called, I don't worry too much about jurisdiction, we just respond. We'll deal with it on the other side later, and that's really not even for me to deal with or us to deal with, that's really for the administration to deal with.
Has
because
that
we get-
even been, looked into? Because
No.
it's, with it being an
Mr. Joe, let him
expense we
answer the
bear
question.
Yeah.
for
Let him
Suffolk
answer the
County.
question.
So the request came directly from the administration.
Okay.
That's where my questions stop. This is where it goes. Where do you need the bus? How quickly do you need it? And then that's it. I don't worry about too much after that, but it is a valid question. But in this case, I was gonna worry about getting the buses there before anything else. So,
So I wouldn't
yeah.
tell you not to, but
No.
I just think conceptually, their OEM should help our OEM and vice versa if we cross the county line. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the response.
Yes.
Mr. Daniel,
Yes, and thank you so much for your
congratulations
presentation.
being vice chair
Oh,
again.
well, thank you, sir. If you could just clarify for me, just so I can get a good picture and a visual, because on here, I see on the capital plan that you're planning on 50 buses of 40-foot clean natural gas. But then down here, and I see it represented in the sheet, but there's also an electric EV that is requested but isn't funded until 2028.
Right, so we've put a pause on EV purchases.
Right.
It may still show up in our capital plan, but the funds are paused for now. There are some questions regarding state mandates to electric vehicles. In addition, operationally, we have fallen somewhat short on our operational goals on the EVs. So we have paused the funding line.
Right.
And not taken the money out of the funding line, but just paused it until we get a better understanding of where this market is going. And I will be very transparent with everybody here. We believe we already meet the low, no emission standards that the state has put out for us by having compressed natural gas. The idea of going electric is certainly something we keep open, and we have electric buses. But right now, we're pausing the good call out, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. But then my follow-up question to that is, and I understand the electric vehicle, and we've spoken about it, but I know from previous meetings, we've some of the struggles of the infrastructure, especially with EV and even natural gas, but I don't see it accommodated here.
So we
in any
have,
way, shape, or
yeah,
form.
we have a full EV charging station on the back of our building here that right now we have 6 electric buses. It can hold up to 24, so we are set for a while. So that investment has already been made in past years, so we're up to speed there. Our next big upgrade is to our fueling station on the compressed natural gas side. The fueling island is out of date. It's slow, it's not slow, but it's not up to date with today's standards on speed to fill. So that is going to be worked on as the next big thing.
And that's planned on being on
Yes.
this site?
Yes, that's the site. Yes, exactly. Yes, sir.
Thank
Okay,
you so
besides
much.
your follow-up question, do you have
No?
second question?
No, thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you, sir. Mr. Victory. I know you had a 3 question, but made them into 2 right now.
I'll make the second one a multi-pronged question. Thank you for the presentation. You always present the facts beautifully. As far as our fuel cost goes, is there any sort of a program available, like airlines to buy their fuel ahead of time and lock in a price? Is there anything like that available to us?
On the compressed natural gas side, that's exactly what we do. We lock in a fuel rate with the county early in the season, and we're pretty much set at that fuel to a certain degree, a certain number of I forget exactly what they use. On the gasoline side, and remember, our fleet on the paratransit side is all gasoline powered. There is no lock there. We use retail rates to be able to get that fuel. We use just a gas station. We don't use what's called wet fueling, where a fuel tanker comes up and fuels all our trucks at once. Doesn't make sense for us. We don't have the room for that. So we have to use a conventional, unfortunately, conventional dollars per gallon
But
on those.
county doesn't have any special fuel programs?
No,
Okay.
not on that, not that can handle this fleet. And again, we have to be efficient on where we dispatch vehicles from. You know, to take a vehicle from here to a fueling station that may be in a different direction sometimes is not the most efficient way to dispatch.
Okay, my second question is on capital plan, and that's a multi-pronged question. I just don't understand the units, how many units on some of these things. On the buses, we're spending $40 million on 50 buses. So each bus is extremely expensive.
Each bus ranges, depending on when we actually put in the order, from $750,000 to $800,000, $850,000 each.
Okay. The restroom renovations for $3 million, how many bathrooms are there?
There are 6, 8, 10, 12 restrooms in total.
Okay. And how many bus lifts are we replacing for $2.5 million?
I believe there are 24 bus lifts. I believe there are
That's
24.
what I saw.
They cycle in and out as
Okay.
they come to useful life, so we always have we always have bus lifts that are being used, so they come in, they go out, they come in, they go out. So they're not all on the same schedule. We don't replace them all at once, so that we can continue to use them.
And you probably have to replace the concrete floor and the floor load and.
Luckily, we are pretty good on that. As everyone knows, this used to be an airport runway.
Right.
So the fueling island out here, the concrete is 2 feet thick, so it lasts pretty well. We have to patch it every once in a while. And the garage, the same thing, but luckily we're doing pretty well there.
Thank you very much.
Certainly.
I just want to add into
Debbie's.
my distinguished member's question, because he highlighted it before even we sit down. So since it's 12 bathrooms, how much money we talking about on 12 bathrooms?
$3 million.
That's a lot of money. That's why you're concerned.
Yeah.
So, my follow-up question is, because I was a contractor in my profession, that is a lot of money. Are we doing a public bidding, or it's are we using our local vendors? Is it bid is put out for these projects?
Yes. These are all done with federal dollars, and we follow the federal procurement guidelines.
Okay.
So that includes fair wage guidelines, that includes Made in America, that includes all the OSHA standards and all the other things that have to go along with it. They are commercial grade bathrooms, retrofitted into a 1988 building. So they are, anytime we open a wall, we are surprised at what we find.
A lot of relatives?
Yeah, there's, yeah. I
What
think-
kind of relatives?
all sorts of stuff. Yeah. So, though, it's always a challenge. I also too, my eyes fell out of my head sometimes on some of these costs, but then when you get into it, it's a challenge.
No, I understand it because not only I was a contractor, I also understand that. But because it's public money, we serve the public.
Of course.
I want to make sure the public is aware of it, that we do anything and everything to make sure it is checked and is fair. And to me, it always is to make sure our local vendors are included. I'm sure it's, all our members will feel the same. That's county's policy. And my, again, very strongly suggestions, make sure all our local, these are our residents, they are the ones who providing the services. And if anywhere they can be participate, I think it's important to give the opportunity first to them in each location. I also, before I ask Anna Marie, I want the region we had to do Rockville Center. We was lucky enough, thanks to their work, we was able to get some grants in the past. In one of our meetings, they made it public, they are aware of it. So he putting the money to good use. It was a area that you don't even want to go. And I want to publicly appreciate that you took not only that grant, but you took the initiative to use that grant for very good regions. Go back to you.
Oh, yes,
Secretary.
Yes, my questions have already been asked, so,
So you have no question?
yeah, so I have no questions, already
I just
answered.
want to know who answered your question, who did ask your question. Wasn't me, right?
No.
Yes, okay, that's one. George, before you go to sleep, it's all your neighborhood. You have any questions?
Yeah, I just have one. On the operating budget, I noticed the second largest expense, which is the casualty and liability. Is there a breakdown of what that actually ended up being, just in general? I know it's been going up with time.
It's been going up with time, and that is an estimate based upon litigation costs over time.
Right.
So could I give you a number in any one year of what it actually was? I can't, I don't have that answer for you because it's kind of a rolling number.
Okay.
And it may involve claims from 2014, 2016.
Okay, so it's ongoing payments?
It's an ongoing, so it just depends on when that claim closes.
Okay.
That's when it will be booked in that year. Like I said, there is a K-shaped chart that shows because of Todd, our number of accidents reducing, but our claims dollars increasing, and that's a national issue. So we all have some work to do on that. So,
Okay.
great question, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Richard,
Yes, I think it's about time we.
let me
I'm sorry.
ask the question, keep it short, and thank you. You have two choices, two questions.
2 questions, yes, I get, yes, sir, I understand the rules, and I will apply.
Thank you.
The first question, and I believe it's the most important one. It's about time, when are we gonna be restoring in one form or another bus lines that were cut? I know that logistics is a bit of an unusual to me, but given what's been going on accident-wise, well, you're aware that Newsday is doing a 1 year, on Long Island dangerous roads. I don't know, I may not be the world's best business man, but I see an opportunity. Personally, I think we should, restore in one form or another, when are we gonna restore, service, along New Bridge Road, south of Hempstead Turnpike, straight down to Belmar. I mean, I think this is a huge opportunity, for this company. But maybe just me.
Well, funny you should ask. We are potentially looking to do a on-demand pilot along exactly where you're talking about, as we do Mini in the South Shore area. We hope to maybe launch that later this year.
Would you give me an email when that's gonna happen?
Yeah.
That way I got some info.
Yeah, Richard, we'll stay in touch, and I can't promise it yet, we're still studying it. But we'll see if we can do something this year, but I didn't wanna talk about it yet, but you asked, so I'm gonna tell you, that we'll continue to study it, and by maybe the next meeting, or the meeting after, we'll have some sort of announcement.
Alright, I understand that logistic wise and the reason why you may be reluctant, but,
Richard, your second question, please.
yeah. Yes, sir, I understand. Actually, I don't have a second question, it's just.
No, I wanted you to ask the second question, but hold on for a second. Let me take the time between your second question. After we finish this question, I just want public to be aware of it. And I want the president to be aware of it. After this question, we will take the public. Please try to keep it short on your question. I don't want to, even though we should have a time limit, but please keep it around 2 minutes or the maximum 3. Greatly appreciate your presence is most appreciated, you being here. Because that's what make us to make sure we do the right job. It make sure our president and his leadership do the right job. So please do not underestimate. You took your time to be here. So we just want you to know, after your question, we have some issue to take care of it. It had to be go to the executive session. Session could be only 10 minutes, 15 minutes, could be 5 minutes, because I want to make sure legally all our members had the opportunity before they make any decision, because it is that important. And that was one of the reasons I went out with our council to ask his advice. And
Mr. Chairman, point of information, in our rules, a person, if they introduce themselves as representing an organization, is supposed to get 5 minutes and an individual 3. That's in the, I'm saying that's what's written in the bylaws.
Oh, I'm the chair, and sometimes I overrule certain things.
I just
And
wanted a point of
thank
information.
you, no problem. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. So we're going to keep it short, but your questions are very important. If you have to go back for a second question, please do so, so you can use your time. Okay?
Chairman, if I may add, please mention your name, where you're from, and an organization when you get up there.
And
If you have them.
If you have one.
okay, now Richard, before I go to the public, you have the second question. No. Thank you.
Unfortunately, not.
You're good, you're
Okay.
good. So, since board members have no other question, I think we start with the public. And how will we start with you? But go to the podium, please.
Before beginning, I would like to make a personal request of the chairman. That being that I had my comments prepared, and they should fit the stipulated time, but an issue occurred on my trip to this very meeting that I think that the committee and Mr. Kazoos should hear about.
Can you state your name
Oh, yeah.
and your address for the record,
Yes.
please?
Joe Torsivia, formerly of Levittown, now of Massapequa. Okay. So I would just like an extra few moments to put out the issue that I experienced today.
Please.
Thank you very much. Well, my original comment, anyone who's attended more than the last 2 meetings knows me as an advocate for better bus service on New Bridge Road in Levittown. I've made reasonable suggestions, no pie in the sky, and Mr. Kazoos and Nice were kind enough to follow up on many of them. But now that job is done. I'm in Massapequa now, and I'm grateful that Massapequa as a whole seems to have better bus service than the rest of southeast Nassau County, with access to more lines than I had in Levittown. However, and you knew there'd be one, the line I'm closest to, 2 blocks east of Route 107 Hicksville Road, is the N80. I know that's a lightly traveled route, and being the reasonable guy I am, don't expect things to change much. Maybe some additional service when the Sunrise Mall site is repurposed for other use, like an Amazon warehouse complex or something else. But one thing we can do right now is restore the bus stop at 107 Hicksville Road and North Queens Avenue in Massapequa. Transit app says that it is a stop and even lists a time point for it. But actually walking the area, there is no bus stop sign or any indication of a stop. That is the closest stop to my house, so naturally I'd like it back. Perhaps that would follow that up on email. Today's issue, arriving at Rosa Parks with my senior citizen Omni card, I expected to be able to refill it at Rosa Parks the way I always did with my Metro card. I asked a security guard, not seeing any Omni machines, where would I need to go to add money to my Metro card? He referred me to a wire service store that required me to exit Rosa Parks, cross Jackson Street, and walk down a full block to even reach the place where I could reload my Omni card. And on top of that, a $2 fee was charged when every time I added money to a Metro card, there was no such fee. So I think that should be brought to attention because it seems like unwarranted to make people leave the Rosa Parks terminal at all and pay the $2 fee.
I think-
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, stay there. I think it's a very valid question, it's a concern, and instead of Ms. Cayuse answer that question, we usually don't have member talk to say anything interfere the public. This stage, I can assure you, it will be taken care of it immediately. Okay? So, when we finish, it will be addressed.
Well, thank you very much,
You're very
Mr.
welcome.
Chairman, that's all I
Ma'am,
have.
please. But it's important, I want you to know,
Thank you.
and thanks for bringing it to the attention.
So good afternoon, everyone, good evening. So I am,
State your name,
my
please.
name is Patricia Bridgerell. I am, I'm sorry, Bridgerell. I'm a commuter from Queens every day on the 6 and the N6 bus. I have two questions, I have two concerns. My first one being the Omni that most people talk about. There is a lot of complaints, like from commuters like myself, that there is no Omni machine at the Hempstead station. And it's very frustrating. The board that tells you the time the buses are coming needs to be updated. It's not updated at all. The buses, the way they are scheduled, when one is coming in, you can't even connect to the other bus, which makes me get to work late. It should be so that when one bus come in, you could connect to your other bus, to your destination. So my second question is the N6 and the 6 Express. Now, to me, an express bus would leave Queens and get all the way to Hempstead Turnpike, picking up nobody. So to me, the N6 Express is a limited stop because it picks up people along the way and it doesn't make a straight stop to Hempstead. Now, I live on Francis Lewis Boulevard, and the N6 Express do not stop there. That is a major, major point where all the buses come together, where a lot of people get off buses, different buses, and I think the N6 should stop on Francis Lewis Boulevard. It's not an express, it's a unlimited stop. A lot of commuters are very, very aggravated at this point, so I always go to the dispatcher the evening when I get to the station, and he encouraged me to come to this meeting. I didn't think it was such a formal meeting, but he told me that I could come and tell you guys how I feel.
Thank you very much for your question, and I can assure you, before you leave, you can put this question, even though they already have it spoken, attention to the president and especially to the Erica, okay? It will be addressed. It doesn't matter many commuters or only one. Complaint is a complaint, and we must address it to the best of what we have, and it will be.
Thank you so
Richard,
much. Thank you so
don't
much.
interrupt in between.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
And I apologize, Ma'am.
no problem, thank you.
Everyone. My name is Kathleen Aguilera. I take the N6 to Hempstead, and I take the 54 to Seaport. And my question is, why it is when you're going to work and come back from work, they stop at a certain stop and say they are early. They're early, but when they do that, you reach into work late, or then you miss the bus at Hempstead. So I just want to know why it is they stop at 5 or 10 minutes before they drive off again to go where we are going.
That's your question.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Please make sure you leave your number or information with Erica, and your question will be entertained and answered as properly, as respectfully. Because since we are the team, we don't take nothing for granted. We are here to serve you. It doesn't matter. So that's what I meant when I say we appreciate your presence here. He cannot be everywhere. The leaders can't be everywhere. So you are his ear and eyes to do a better job. But please make sure before you leave your phone number, so you personally, somebody will reach out to you. And if no one will reach out to you, I'm going to give you my cell number.
Okay.
You call me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Shashi, do you have anything to say?
No,
Thank you being here. Thank you. Sir? Do you have any question? You?
Not this time.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes, sir. Good evening, I'm Christopher D. Gripe, advocate and president of the ADA Transportation Group, and also members of the accessibility for other boroughs and counties. I want to say thank you for today because it was great to be on a shuttle bus that had the signages very large. I do want to thank you. My concern is as an advocate for disability for over 33 years, and I will want to say thank you for your presentation, it was really good. The Omni outreach, what I've seen is, and I have seen this not just here in Nassau, but I also see this in Westchester. We need to work together, and I say this for a reason. We work together as one to continue advocating to make sure everyone's aware how to keep your Omni card secured. People need to know there are more options. When I'm hearing about stores today, that's something we need to tell these stores. We can't take extra money out of our pockets. And I do want to make that very clear, that we need to work together and tell these stores, you cannot charge me an extra. When I ask for $5, on my card. I want the $5 in the card, not adding $2. So I thank you for your time, Mr. President.
He's the president.
Well, Mr. President, and
I stay as the chair.
I mean, and thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Chairperson,
sir.
very much. Thank you for your
You're
time.
very kind, and I want you to know,
Yes, sir.
again, I repeat, your presence is greatly appreciated. If I try to limit the time, and the purpose is, I want every voice to be heard.
I understand.
Because it's very unfair, you took the time to be here. We cannot say, okay, we done. And I want you to know that's the purpose. Try to limit it, but include everybody's question.
Permission to say thank you to you, sir, because in any other meetings, I understand we have to limit it because we have to show the respect to the committees.
And you have my respect for that as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody from the public in the back?
Thank you.
Before I go to you, please, ma'am.
Well, let me just say. My name is Donna Hardy, and I'm here to address some concerns, with some struggles that I have been having with the, transportation here. First, I would like to say good evening to everyone, everyone
Good evening.
assembled
Thank you.
here. And I actually wrote something, and it may exceed the three.
Since you wrote it and it's so beautifully, I can do this. Please give to Erica and make the copies and give to every board member. So in that way, she can take a time to raise the question. Since she already did the writing, we all should have that copy.
Okay, that would be fine.
Yes.
And I would also like to address, some issues when he spoke about clearing of the snow. In some areas, maybe you have cleared it, but in the area, and I'm talking about Westbury area, and specifically the Newcastle area, the bus stops are not cleared. And there's not enough, space for people to get off of the bus safely. Because I myself had fallen when I got off the bus on the last snowstorm, because the bus stop was not cleared out. And also, I would like to speak on, the cleanliness of the bus. The buses that I get on, to come wherever I need to go. There is specifically, I got on the bus and there was literally dirt. I mean,
Can you
actual
number the
dirt.
bus so he will know?
N15.
Okay.
Coming from Long Beach. There was literally dirt on the bus, on the seat on the bus. And also I had to clean a seat when I got on the bus just on last Sunday on my way to my church service, and the filth that came off of the seat, if I would have sat down without really looking, would have came off on my dress. And I took a picture of it. So that's also what I wanted to address.
Give
And-
that picture also with that paper as well.
Okay, and so, those are the issues that I wanted to address, and these are some concerns that I have written down. And, however we are going to address the issues, I would appreciate it as soon as we can.
Before you leave, I want you to know, again, I want to repeat, your presence is greatly appreciated. It's not your complaint, contrary, they are good suggestion.
Right.
Maybe somebody overlooked. So, he can address that to the staff whose responsibility this. You are the asset for him to have a better job. So we appreciate that. But continue, don't just show up today only because we had one complaint or a personal experience. Continue, please come, whatever else you address.
You know, this is my first time ever knowing about the meeting, so when I saw the sign, I was like, well, this is a great opportunity. Because I've been having complaints, and sometimes when you call, you don't always get, the service that you expect. So that's why I took the opportunity to
Thank you
come
so much.
to the
Thank you
meeting.
for taking the time.
Thank you so much for hearing me.
Thank you. And I know my friend have a questions. I know usually you cover them very well. And your presence also greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
Please.
Okay.
You want one of us to hold the iPad for you?
Jay, can you please help the gentleman?
Yeah, thank you.
He didn't see his face for long.
Yeah. It's on already. Just gotta hold it. All right, Mr. Chairman and board members and everyone that's
You don't have
here.
to go on the page, can you come on that side so we can, let's come on this side.
All right, sure. Yeah, please. All right, so good evening, everyone. My name is Charlton D'Souza from Queens Village. I'm also representing Passengers United. I am the president and executive director of Passengers United. We're a 501c nonprofit. So a few weeks ago, we broke the exclusive story in Newsday about the Nassau County residents not getting their Omni transfers from the subway to the bus. So for instance, if you take the F train and you get off at 179th Street and you get on the N6, you're supposed to get a transfer on weekends and late nights to the N1, or if you get on the F train N24, you're supposed to get a transfer to the N25. That's how it's always been. I want to thank the CEO of this company for publicly going on the record and being honest and saying that they were having issues with the MTA on these transfers. So what I would suggest the county attorney to do is y'all need to file a lawsuit against the MTA, because Nice Bus and the MTA
Suggest
signed
us,
into a
it's our
contract.
job.
Right, signed into a contract, and thousands and thousands of Nassau County customers are getting ripped off. This is unacceptable, and I'm gonna tell you now, I wanted to give you a chance to talk to you guys first before I went to the Attorney General with this. At least I owe you that, because the Attorney General now needs to get involved in Cubic and what's going on. I have also been overcharged, unfortunately, and I would like Nice Bus, if you can, on your website, Mr. Chairman, to put all the list of acceptable transfers that the Nassau County customers are supposed to rightfully receive, so they know what to expect, because right now, nobody knows. It's utter confusion. This brochure, which I have exclusively, was from the 1990s, and I was able to have this. I sent a copy of it to Erica, so she has it, so she can forward that.
So what are you suggesting? I missed something.
So all the routes that customers are entitled to an extra transfer that's built into the system should be on the website. It should be, and even this meeting, you'll need to put it on the front page of the website. This meeting is buried all the way, you have to find it, and only if you're an expert on the website do you know that this meeting is happening. Not everyone uses social media, so that needs to be looked at. You'll need to maybe send out a notification to senior centers, to things like that. The buses are filthy, I will say that. Today I saw coffee spilled all over the N6, so that needs to be cleaned up. And those, I do agree that Francis Lewis, that bus stop needs to be reinstated. That is a busy thoroughfare. You've got thousands of people moving through that corridor. And also a lot of buses, and I know throughout the city, are having issues with potholes and they're damaging buses. I'm sure Nice Bus has had that issue. So that's something that y'all should file a claim with the city controller's office to get the reimbursement for the damages for the buses, because I'm sure New York City Transit right now, a lot of their buses are out of commission. They've had issues with this. But my main concern is you have to get an Omni machine at Hampstead Transit Center. I know it's a hardship. I know there are complaints. I know, Mr. President.
Don't worry, you address us.
Yeah. But it has to be, because I think in the long run, the company will actually end up benefiting from it. And I actually think it'll be a win-win. You know, and I do want to thank my colleague Christopher, who came all the way from Brooklyn to testify today. Thank you, and he does a lot of great advocacy work. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your advice. Thank you very much for the suggestion. Thank you very much for your complaint, for concern for all. The rest about somebody's office is not my worries. My worries is to do a job, not worried about who is the Attorney General, who is the county. Our job is to listen to the public and work with the president and do a job to do the service right. That's all. We have no other fear. I have no fear. I have only one fear. I'll be doing the job that public expecting. And I know the president tried with his leadership to the best of the ability what we have.
There was static somewhere.
I said, I know our board and the president, with his leadership and the team, try to do the best they can. Each suggestion and complaints is what make us to accept. So we take that very seriously, at least I know. Is that fair if I say that? We take it very seriously? And to address the public's needs. Can we solve every problem? No. Can we try to do most of it? Yes. And if we can't, I wouldn't be on this board.
Oh, and John Mitchell wants his overnight service extended to the N24. He wants at least one bus.
We've taken your suggestion.
Okay. Thank you, Mr.
We've taken your
Chairman.
suggestion.
Yes.
We don't do certain things because you cannot drink a water from an empty glass.
Okay, Mr. Chairman.
Okay? So
Absolutely.
I have to find out what the choices are.
Right.
It's not fair to the team if I live with my limits.
And in terms of the Attorney General comment that he made, that wasn't directed primarily to Nice Bus, but that's the entire Omni system.
Okay,
Because with
thank
that
you. I
amount
just
of
want to
money-
make sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. If there is no comment from the public.
Comment, I just wanna read that came in over,
Would you please?
yeah, our public, comment card. This is from Karen Sharp. She sent it on March 25th. I'm very disappointed with the OmniCard not being able to recognize a second transfer without taking another fare. Not everyone is comfortable with their Go Mobile app, and some of us use Omni to get on the subway.
Thank you very much, Anka. I again want to recognize publicly, thank you for what you trying to do to assist the president behalf of the company. Greatly appreciate. I want you to know, if there is no public comments, the reason we took it before we gone to the executive session, because I wanted to make sure everybody took a time all day working and to be here, so you not be sitting here in case we end up in a longer public session. It's important before we vote, okay? So, I'm gonna need a motion to go to the public session. When we going, everybody have to be out, they cannot be here, only the member.
Executive session.
Yeah, executive session. So I need a motion to go to the executive session.
I make a motion to go to trial.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose, abstention, I have it. So please give us a time, everybody have to be, because that cannot be recorded.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll walk it. I've done it before.
Checking if the bus already left by mistake.
Yeah, that
I
means.
got space for 4 riders in my car.
I just go on Long Island Rail, I'm free.
Yeah, it's true.
Not that free, but you know what I'm saying, I mean, just get on it.
Yeah, they left, so. Yeah, okay, yeah, they're.
The bus is gonna stay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm waiting your haircut for the coming. Okay, I need to make a motion to go back to the public, meeting.
Make a motion to close the, executive session and return to the public hearing.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Oppose, abstention, I have it, thank you. We are back in the, public. Like I said, we want to do everything what is right for the public and what is the right and the responsibility or fiduciary responsibility that we, all the members have to do everything open and honest. So we had some question and we are all concerned and is taken care of. But before we take the vote, I want to make amendments to our bylaws, and we're gonna make that motion.
I make a motion that we amend the bylaws, that the members of the committee should get the preparation documents for any hearing 5 days prior in both hard copy delivered to them and by email.
Thank you. Do I have a second? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstention, I have it, thank you. Now I need to have a motion. George, you gonna make the motion to accept, excuse me. Thank you. Accept what presented to the board. And I want you to know, we appreciate it as much as detail that you had. You wasn't expecting us to go to executive session, but there was something concerned was among us, nothing to do with you. And I wanted to make sure we follow the legal advice. And so there is no issues. And with that, Mr. Martinez, we have three of them, right?
There are, we need to, yeah, as listed.
There are three of them.
Martinez, exactly.
So we have to do it all three. So do you do one separately? Can you do the second, Mr. Daniel? Can you do the third?
Indeed.
Okay, so
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to confirm receipt of the fourth quarter 2025 scorecard.
do I have a second?
And to authorize it to be sent to the legislature and the county executive.
And, we'll add to send it to all the parties that be.
Jacqueline, you have a second?
Yes, second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstention, aye. Okay, Mr. Joel Burns is abstention, and everybody else is yes.
Yes.
Thank you, it's passed. Number two,
Yes, I move that the 2026 operating budget be accepted as presented this evening
and given to the.
and given to the legislature and to the county exec, Mr. Blakeman's office.
I do the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose, abstention, Mr. Joel Burns have abstention, but it's accepted, it passed, thank you very much. Mr. Danny Alter,
Yes, and
is
I'd like
number
to,
three.
thank you, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion, to pass the 2026 capital program and, also share it obviously with the legislature as well as the county executive.
Or
Second.
whoever the responsibility authorities
Yes.
are supposed to have it, so they include in all other three must be presented to them as the charter or the agreement we have with the county. So, do we have a second?
Second.
You did second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstention, Mr. Joel Burns have abstention, and it's passed unanimously and acceptance of Joel Burns. Thank you very much, and sir, all your things is passed. Good luck, and please, every single complaints, whatever we heard, if you in a simple letter, in an email, what we did to those complaints, and please make sure all the members receive that, how we resolve them, and what we cannot resolve, also why can't we resolve them. And our friend who coming here forever, your biggest fan, and it might be is very small amount, but The concerns are right. We must take care of those small, no matter how small the issue is. And ma'am, I hope you've given her the exact location. I personally going to visit that stop.
Okay.
I want you to know. I also going to give you a compliment as well. At least 3 different incidents in Hicksville stations. I found our drivers went out of their way, being very polite, take care of the passengers. They didn't know who I am. I just happened to be passing by. When the whole thing was resolved, I told them I work with you guys. I didn't tell them what I do. So I want you to know 3 of different incidents. And the bus go to the train station, they did a great job and compliment. Another compliment I give you, but I'm concerned. But somebody said they had to rush to the bus. This thing happened last night in Almont, right in front of King Umberto Pizza. Maybe there was not enough light, maybe because of the concern, I saw some people rushing and running to get on that bus. He was going to leave. If we can put a little guidance, if they see somebody running towards the bus, look like somebody is a passenger or whatever, if we can extend a little courtesy to give them. I stopped him and he did took those passengers. Sir, 1 second, I have to finish my work. Thank you, because of the compliment, he did entertain and took care of the passengers. He probably did not see them. So thank you. You only can speak now after, because I have to close the session. I'll be happy to hear you, I won't leave. So if there's, yeah.
2 brief things. Number 1, on Monday, I was in a number of places around Francis Lewis Boulevard, and I can appreciate what was brought here tonight and have witnessed it with seeing the buses firsthand just this Monday. So I do agree with the looking into reopening that bus stop. And number 2, I don't think anybody else on this board, other than myself, has ever driven a bus. Just for a comment, it's extremely difficult sometimes for the driver when he's trying to pull away from the curb to see somebody on the right-hand side of the bus trying to catch it. So I would not find fault with the driver doing that. I would just say that they should take an extra look over their shoulder as they're pulling away.
That's all I said.
No,
Maybe you misunderstood.
I'm reinforcing
Don't be
it.
relevant. Thank you. Greatly appreciate.
I did not.
After,
Your last comment?
after I close the meeting. Or, excuse me, sir. Or you can have a audience with me or Erica or the president, whatever you want to say.
Okay.
I don't want to ignore what you want to say.
Right.
But
I
I
just
must
wanna say
respect my,
for everyone
I
here.
must respect the protocol, the meetings. Okay, I'd like to have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstention, sir. Erica, please. I have to run the meetings. That's the way it goes. Abstention, no oppose, is adjourned. If somebody want to stay here, stay as long as you want, even if we are gone. You need to take his permission. Ma'am, thank you again.
Thank you.
I want to thank that both the gentlemen by recording this video and of course you coming, even though you get paid to do your job. Appreciate that, keeping everybody on their toes. So meeting is adjourned. Thank you, God bless, have a good evening.
Good night, everyone.
Publicly, thank you, Mr. Gallagher.
Thanks for watching. To stay up to date with Passengers United, please subscribe and follow us on social media. Learn more about us and support us at passengersunited.org.